And we're recording. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing all right. Right here, like I just said on the live introduction, and if you missed it, set your clocks. I'm streaming live on DLive, YouTube, on the Facebook group, and you can find the link to all these channels if you just go to wolvesofbybit.com. All the way at the bottom, there's a link to those channels where you can see, where you can find the live streams. It's every day, 12:30 UTC for as long as we can hold on. Yes, all right. Now, let's have a look at what is happening. This chart, this is the CME futures chart. This is a more a different representation of what the Bitcoin price is doing. This is the futures trading, so it also gives a little bit more of a different read than spot market is doing. And right here, when we're looking at the daily, this is just a strong, almost parabolic move to the upside. And because we all know exactly what happens when the price goes parabolic, we're all trying to hold our breath and be careful, because these are the times where you can actually take good profit, and we're also a reversal, or at least a pullback, can start to be expected. So now we want to know exactly how close are we to the top. Of course, right now, as this is reading, we do see on the wicks, on those last two wicks, that we almost are looking at a double top, where again we start seeing a little bit of bearish divergence from the tops, where the RSI is making a lower high and the price action is making a higher high. Of course, the day is not finished. This is a daily chart, but also zooming down to the lower time frames, to the 6 hour, we do see the same read, where we get our lower high over a higher high on the price action. So yeah, this needs to be resolved either by setting a bullish divergence with one of these lows here. Preferably, the lower we go, the stronger the read. And of course, now is the question, when is this going to happen? Is this going to happen this week? Is it going to happen next week? Is it going to happen over the weekend? Well, Jesus, I don't have a crystal ball. All we can do is prepare a little bit, so we can have kind of an idea, if it happens, what can be expected, and how far should we let it ride before we change our biases. Because right now our bias is set, at least my bias is set more on a bullish strategy, where I turned off the short button. But of course, once we start really confirming a change of momentum, this is where we need to be nimble enough to change our biases, to start shorting and turning off the long button. I hope that makes sense. But are we there yet? The $1,000,000 question, the question we're all asking. Let's have a look. First of all, let's go to the spot price action. I like to use the Bitstamp chart because it has the longest history, but of course, for my own personal reads, I use the Bybit chart, because this is where I'm trading. And like I said yesterday, there can be a premium, there can be a difference in price action when you are trading on derivatives platforms. I explained all this in length yesterday. I'm not going to go over it again. If you want to hear it, just refer to yesterday's video and you will be able to hear it just as I said it. Now, of course, let's dive in and let's have a look at what is happening. Like I said here, the blue box area is going to be an area with a lot of down pressure because this is where we start making a potential bearish divergence. And as we can see, this is actually completely happening. Now, what we would need is price to close above the blue box, maybe close above the red line for momentum to be picking up and continuing to the upside. We're pretty close to it, so things are still possible, but we have to be realistic. Like I said, my trading strategies is usually take profit within the blue box, and if we break out, then I will see what happens. Same thing for the downside. I'm always ready to look and to measure out whether the blue box area is a good support area and I can open a position again, but the closer I get to the area here, the better it is because my stop losses will be set close to the edge of the blue box or maybe here at the blue line. Okay, so this is kind of a strategy that I'm practicing on myself, so maybe it can be an idea for your trading strategies, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to show you how I go through my analysis day after day so that you can pick up a few tricks for yourself and become a better trader yourself. Okay, don't be a spoon boy. Don't listen to anybody on YouTube shouting predictions and stuff because this is not how it's gonna work. Okay, this is how you create herd mentality, and you know the herd usually gets hurt. Yeah. All right. Now, okay, what are we looking at right now? Nice upside. We do see bearish divergences on 3 counts. Tack, tack, 3 strikes. 1, 2, 3. Usually, the third one is the one that gets it. It's like the baseball metaphor, 3 strikes, you're out. Okay, so right here, we are kind of holding our breath, and the only thing that could save this situation is basically going for a higher high on the RSI, at least breaking this situation here. So RSI would need to go at least a little bit higher than this one for this whole situation to show as a reversal. Right now, we do have some possibilities that could speak in favor of the bullishness. We do have these bullish divergences, and as they are still playing out and as we still have not yet confirmed a lower low being set, things could still keep going. We could still just keep ranging in a healthy way, or we could just find some support here and go for another step up. Okay, so I haven't said that the bull run or the uptrend is over just yet. Okay, we want to prepare ourselves, so we're gonna have a look again at the downsides, see what possible good new entries could be found. Hey, Master Ken, yes, the wolves are back indeed. Thank you for the lemon. I love it. I love lemons. Thank you very much. All right. So, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, the lows. Possibilities for other entry positions if and when we do see a pullback, because a pullback would be a very healthy situation. We've been going up, and more people are starting to take more and more profit, and also profit takers, they also hope to see better prices to get into new positions. So as this sentiment is shifting, it's also going to take away the buying pressure. Usually when the price actually really starts going up, this is where people just jump on the breakout and push it even higher. But this is more like this situation we are seeing here, or this one here. A lot of people must have been thinking like, okay, yeah, I took my profit, I'm waiting. Oh, geez, it breaks out, and now we start getting in again. Oh, we get a reversal. Oh, we get a nice support. Okay, we buy more, we buy more, we buy more. This is how the mass sentiment reflects on the chart. So again, there are a few possible scenarios where price could be bouncing and where this sentiment could also react. Keep in mind that right now we are still trending within this channel. The channel is still holding, and it's been holding since the beginning of November. 30th October 30th, we started ranging within this channel, and it's still holding perfectly. So this is also something people will be looking at. Now I ranted enough. Let's go into details. Let's look at the numbers and let's go from there. Let's adjust our plan and let's see what kind of stuff can and cannot happen. So these lows here, let me mark them off. They're all kind of the same height. So this is a very tricky situation because this is going to allow for bullish divergences to pop up close to everywhere. Let's look at it from the longer term perspective, because the higher the time frames, the stronger the reads. Let's go with kind of the first one here, sitting at 49.1. Oopsie, 49.1. Let's do this. 49.1. Show entered RSI and pop. What do we get? 18,510. This hasn't really changed a lot. 18,510. We would be setting this here. 510. There we go. Now probably I'm going to remove all these lines, or maybe I'm going to work with the blue box and keep the lines in some way. I'm still not quite sure about that, but let's see what the other reads are giving us. We have 45.5. 45.5. Let's see. That's 18,270. Let's adjust this one. 270. So you might notice that sometimes every day, basically, reading the same RSI levels starts giving us different price levels. And this is not because it is wrong. This is actually exactly what's supposed to happen, because as price moves, pushing down to this RSI level is going to need another price action. It's going to need some other feedback from what the price is doing. So this is very logical, and this is also why I keep stressing out, do not become a spoon boy, because in a few hours these reads could be different again. Okay, this happens just live as it is happening. Now let's go over to the next low, maybe this one. Actually, I would prefer this one, because those are kind of the similar levels, or even this one. Let's go with this here. Let's just do them all for the fun of it. So 39. That would be 17,721. Let's just do horizontals just for now. Okay, the red one is actually on the dot. Perfect. Let's keep going. We get this one here, 28. $16,200. Okay. And then last but not least, we do have 15.3. And that would be sitting at 11,600. Okay, now, how do we play this? How do we play this? Let's expand the blue boxes and let's do something like this. All right. And now this one here. Now, as you can see, this entire blue box region is one big mess of bullish reactions. What I believe is going to happen, oh, we do have some chat on the Twitch stream. Well, no, thank you. I do not want to become famous. I thank you for the offer, but yeah, no, thank you. I'm not becoming famous like that. This is not my intention. So yeah, thank you for sharing this, but no, thank you anyway. Yeah. And this is just a reminder for the other people as well. You know, I'm not pushing this channel to be the most famous YouTuber and streamer and stuff. I'm just doing this as a personal interest. I really love giving back to the community, and you know, I don't want to have no fake numbers and stuff. I really don't need all the hassle. So, how should we read this? Now, there's multiple ways to read such a mess, but I think I would prefer to move over to the larger time frames to get a better grip on all this, because we're gonna have to sift out a lot of the BS popping up, because we cannot work with such a chart. This is too much of a mess. We want to have a little bit more specific reads. So first of all, I'm going to use, like we did before, the nodes as possible support lines. And then we're going to look back in time and have a look and see where these nodes actually touch. So like, this is not me knowing exactly where the things were going to play out, but if we look at where the lines are touching, this is a very nice support point. This was a resistance area that could become a nice support point. It's also touching here, and then the green lines, we're going to have to zoom out a little bit more. As you can see, these are also very strong reaction areas. So I'm not making this stuff up. This shows and this proves that actually these levels are key areas. Now, I do not think price is just going to bounce on these levels. If we do touch them, I do believe somewhere in the middle is going to be a reaction. What we can do is use the blue box areas and the areas in between to expect at least some resistance again before it breaks out, and in the same time we should also see a bullish divergence to confirm that reaction. That is only if and when we start reaching more to the downside. So right now, for me, my point of no return is basically set right here on the lowest low of this wick. And why didn't it take now? Or no, I'm sorry, on this low here. Let me adjust this for a second. And this right here. This is to me the point of no return. This is where I would expect momentum to be going down and to at least show some sort of new strength before I would enter a new long position, because breaking here would actually give us a new low, and usually a new low would first be followed by a lower high, lower low, lower high, until we start making a higher low, and then we want to see a higher high again being printed. And usually what happens is on the RSI we see this kind of signature that would confirm the turn of the momentum again. Now, another signature that we could see is that we get a steep down, that we get a higher low, and a higher low again. This also is a bullish divergence. This is also a possible signature. But of course, this is only if and when we start reaching down below the 17,500-ish area. Like I said, depending on what your exchange is reading, because this is not a universal reading. This is actually based on the price of one exchange. Maybe you could go even a little bit higher. Just use this this one node here that is sticking out, because once we start breaking below, support is going to turn into resistance. Now, a very nice picture would actually be that we find some support here, that we be trending here, and just allow RSI to be cooling down like this. And as you can see, again, this is also going to give us a bullish divergence, a signal that the price is going to move up again. For now, I don't think I have much more to say about this chart, because things are actually really in a make or break situation. The red line here on the top was the all-time high. We break it, we find support above it, things are clear, we're going up. Momentum is just going to keep on coming. If we break lower, of course, we discussed this. And as you can see, this was the all-time high. Once we start breaking above, and we want to have a look at the volume, there is no volume right here. So if we really start finding support above this, hold on, because the bull run is not going to be over. We might just see a strong continuation, like maybe we are in this situation right here. You know, once we break above, once we start breaking, maybe some pullbacks, but really explosive madness. FOMO is gonna kick in. Everybody is looking at this this all-time high price to see what is happening. So you know, just hold off to your thoughts right now, and you know, keep your trades safe. I think this is the best way of doing it right now. There is a lot of support area down below where price can find a strong support, so don't panic if price goes down. Of course, you shouldn't be holding to a long position too long. Think about the levels where you want to wait until when you want to wait, and if those levels break, just close your position, take the loss, and you will find much better entry points once we start finding some new support, a confirmation, and this is where we can start building again. All right, now let's just close off this stream with the dollar strength index. Let's look at what the dollar is doing, and the dollar is moving. It's actually, it's not moving right now, but it is starting to print some more bullish divergences, which is actually really strange, because usually when the dollar wants to move up, we do see Bitcoin trying to go down. Right now, Bitcoin is looking really strong, but there could be a lot of things happening right now. There could be a real decoupling of this correlation, or just a delayed effect. Right now, the dollar still printed a few more lows, so maybe this gave some strength to Bitcoin moving up. Everything is possible, and you know, we have to go level by level. Take our time and really do not jump the gun. Don't think you missed the train, because this is where you're gonna crash and burn. There's always gonna be another little stop, another opportunity. This is the land of magic money, as some people say. So take your time. Take your time, find the right spots, and do your due diligence, do your analysis, and make your decisions by yourself. Now, the dollar looking like it really wants to make a reversal. So this could be an indication. Then let's look at the E-mini futures. E-mini futures, same thing as Bitcoin. It's starting to look pretty much topped out. We do have some lower highs on the RSI. We do have some higher highs on the price action. So those red lines, those support lines, I would still hold on to them. There could be some reactions, but for now, as it turns, yeah, there's some, you know, we're gonna have to wait and see which one of the reads is going to be the strongest. When we look at the lows, we have the exact opposite. We do have bullish divergences. So which one is going to get it? Right now, we're just in limbo. When I see those reads, usually I'm expecting more ranging before a decision is made. I hope that makes sense. Now, I'm gonna leave you guys on this note. Like I said, right now, probably my book, I think more in the direction of ranging. I do think we're gonna see some more ranging, but don't quote me on this. I could be wrong. If we break up, look for support. Make sure that it's not just a failed breakout and a rejection. That's very important as well. If you want to trade to the upside, wait for the support to hold and maybe then enter your position. And if we start going down, everything is good until the green line. Once we start breaking below, there's going to be at least some ranging down below before we see a reversal of the trend. All right, now I'll leave you guys with this. I thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel, 12:30 UTC, give or take. Sometimes could be 5 or 10 minutes later, yeah, due to life. And yeah, I wish you the best of the best. Keep your positions safe. Happy trading, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be there, be square. Bye bye.